Well, good evening, everyone, and
No, you're not doing that. That's not your thing. That's my thing.
good evening, everyone, and welcome along to the Studio Rats Live Q&A, number 129. My name's James Ivy.
I'm Paul Drew.
And apparently I have email. We hope you're all very, very well out there in the craziness that is internet land. It's happening thick and fast on the comments and stuff, but as is tradition on our Wednesday night, Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
I've been house hunting. I've been doing videos. Oh, a couple of things. I've been doing videos for. Check this out. I think this is a brilliant thing. Can I show this first of all?
The new Boss wireless controller thing.
It's really good. It's tiny, obviously.
You didn't get that from the press shots, to be honest. You didn't get any sense of scale from.
No, you didn't, did you? You didn't. But it connects to anything that's Bluetooth, your phone, right, your computer, anything. You control, anything from it. So you want to do your amp sims and stuff. Control that. Set these pedals up to do whatever you want, and your DAW. So I've done a video on that. That's coming out tomorrow. It's really good. I was really impressed with that. I think that's really good. There's something else I want to show later on, but
it's not an adult audience, mate. So
yes, but that's
my pink semi's enough for anybody. Oh, hello, what's that?
Should we talk about this now?
Yeah.
Okay, so this was sent to me by Comica.
Right.
This is a little audio interface.
Right.
That's look at this. How clever is this? So
USB-C.
You've got two USB-C ports on it, so you can run two computers off it at the same time.
Yeah.
You can run it. It's bus powered as well, so you can run your phone or your iPad. It's got effects built in. It's got a battery in it. It's powered.
Right. Cool.
So it's rechargeable. It sounds great.
Right.
It's such an awesome little thing. It's got you've got two mic, some of the combi jack, so two mic line inputs. Yeah. Nearly. No. It's really good. I was really impressed with it. It sounds great. Really impressive. So well done, Comica. Yeah, so it's called the Comica 85. If anyone wants to go and check them out on they're selling on Amazon. They're like less than 200 quid.
Wow.
Absolute bargain.
Very cool. Nice little thing. We like that.
Really good. Yeah, really good. So what have you been up to?
Right. So over the weekend I was in Paris. I'd say sunny Paris, but
gay Paris. Gay Paris?
No, I was at gay Disney.
Oh, fair enough.
Cheerleading. But we drove. Made it a very, very long trip. But yeah, it was good. Good weekend. It rained a lot, but it does in Paris. But Disney did really well for planning to put a Disneyland in Paris where it rains all the time.
Well, yeah, but it's funny why there's Disneyland in Paris and there's not a Disneyland London.
In Spain.
Well, that would be nicer, but I guess Paris has slightly more.
But Paris gave Disney more kickbacks to use a whole shit ton of rubbish land they had.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's reasonably well documented.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, this industrial wasteland type brownfield site, southwest of Paris, which is now Disney.
Great.
And it's looking a bit. It's 30 years this year, and it's looking a bit 30 years old for temporary wooden buildings and stuff. But anyway, I had a good time. What else have I been up to? I have been doing more studio stuff, as you can see by the acoustic treatment is in.
Are you going to give us a little tour?
I can do it on here. I haven't set my phone up. I can give you the twirl, as it were. So we've got the racks are now fully populated and stuff, which is very exciting. They're wired up, but they're not configured on the X patch yet. That is still to come, mainly because it was cabling in and stuff. The acoustic treatment is up, so the bass trapping and all that sort of stuff is in. The cleaning has finally finished. so like everything's actually clean and habitable. There's still a bit of work to do on the woodwork, but other than that, it's quite cosmetic now. The guitar amps are in.
Nah, that looks wrong. What are you doing, man?
What?
Look at that Marshall on top of the Cornford.
Yeah, but the Cornford's bigger. That's why the Marshall's on top.
Oh, no.
No, I agree with you, but until I've got my I've ordered a custom made
it looks like
head shelf.
That looks like some little 2-year-old is just doing a stacking blocks up.
I agree. It doesn't look ideal. Even I know the Cornford should go on top. I know that, but it's too big.
Please avert my eyes. I can't look at that anymore.
But I've ordered a custom made, like floor to ceiling shelving unit to take the heads.
Oh, nice. That'd be great.
So, in the same timber as all the other racks and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's going to be really cool. And then it'll just be nice and tidy, and I can have the amp switcher in there. But other than that, the place is just a bit tidier now.
Well, looky there. That looks great, doesn't it? Look at
that. Well pleased with how it's coming together.
Nice.
And most importantly, I set the Trinov up yesterday.
Explain to people what Trinov is. They're not going to know what Trinov is.
So, Trinov is a system much like you may have heard of SonarWorks, or there are a few different other ones, like room optimization. You basically put a microphone in the sweet spot and it calibrates your monitoring system to be nice and even and flat and lovely. I did it yesterday, and do you know what? It's doing a little bit of work in the real bottom end, but not a great deal. And it sounds cracking in here.
Great. Nice one.
There's a little bit more reverb than I would like in a studio, but it's a big room.
When you get the sofa, that will sort that out.
Yeah, the sofa is on order, and that will do a lot of the bass trapping at the bottom, and that will do a lot of it. I'm thinking about getting a rug for here and a rug for there. So again, that will ease up some of the floor reflections.
I might have a rug somewhere if you want one. Anyway, well, it might get you out of trouble for the moment.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be great. But the sofa's due this week at some point. I've got a buddy of ours coming over next Monday. Kurt's coming over to do all the photography for the studio, for the website and stuff. So it's got to be in a state where it looks pretty. It doesn't necessarily have to work. It is all working. It's all up and running and happy. Apart from the power supply for the radial seems to have died or gone for a Burton, which is slightly annoying.
Radial?
My 500 series rack.
You know what? I had a radial rack, and the power supply for that went as well.
Yeah, it's if I put it on, it basically pulses all the LEDs.
Bloody radial. Well, at least a new rack isn't going to kill you, is it?
No, or a new power supply is not going to kill me.
Right.
Or I phone Radial and say, I'm not sure who's distributing them anymore. It used to be Shaw, and I had loads of mates at Shaw, so I could have abused somebody there to get a replacement. But I don't think they do anymore, which is slightly upsetting. But yeah, so
nice.
But we're definitely getting there. There's a few too many boxes of cables still lying around, but when I get the sofa in, that's going to force the next issue. I've got to get some work done now. I've got some actual mixes to do and some actual videos to make. So I won't even pretend that all the cabling for all the desk is hidden away yet. It's not, but it's close enough.
Fair doozies. Nice.
Should we get on with some comments, questiones and stuff?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Jeff says, good morning from Brisbane. Good morning, Jeff. The sun is obscured by a blanket of clouds and rain while we celebrate the start of summer with a maximum temperature of 20 degrees. Oh, that'd be nice.
20 degrees. That is our summer, isn't it?
20 degrees. That's my perfect temperature. I don't want more than that. That's perfect. Lovely job.
Well, it's basically a blanket of thick grey cloud here today.
Oh my god, it's freezing out there.
It's not very nice.
No, it's horrible out there. It's absolutely horrible. Gary says, good afternoon from Ontario. Cold, windy and snowy here. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. And to you, Gary.
It's all good. Yeah, Canada. That's a bit more what we'd expect. Cold.
Yeah. Keith. Hi, Keith. He says, happy Wednesday all. And to you, Keith. Lee says, I'll join later for a little show and tell. Lee loves it.
I will post the link to the show down there as it is.
Yeah.
So you will be able to see. If you fancy joining us, please do. It'd be great to have you on and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, so nice to see what Lee's new toys are.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Williams says, evening, guys and gals. Evening, Chris.
I think it's guys and gal, to be honest.
Oh, gal? Oh, yeah. I don't think there are any gals. I think we worked that out last week. If there are, let us know. Brent Chadwick says, evening or evening, Brent. David says, hi all, happy Wednesday. And to you, David. Jonathan said, good evening, everyone. It was my birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Jonathan. So drinks on me. Paul, I've sent you an email regarding a Luke for sale. Oh, nice. I haven't seen that yet. Thanks, Jonathan. I'll have a look. He's got a Luke for sale. Luke probably isn't my thing, to be honest. It's more James's thing.
Very much my thing. Forward me the link.
Yes. When I find it, I'll forward it over to James.
Because I'm selling some stuff. And the tail end invoices haven't been as horrendous as they might have been. Therefore, I might have some extra cash because saving money is not. There's no fun in that. I might as well just buy more guitars.
Pet says, Liz, have it by yours. Farad H says, evening, everyone. Evening, Farad. Chemical P, howdy, y'all.
Howdy.
Mendel Rocks, evening. It's been another week already. It has, yeah. Distant Sun Studios, evening, everyone. Evening, Matt. That's Matt from Distant Sun Studios. Guys, go and check out. Actually, go back to Matt a sec.
Yeah.
Go and check out. Not now, but afterwards. Go and check out some of Matt's videos. Matt's making videos now, and they're great. Really nice, high production value as well. I could definitely learn some things from that.
Cool.
Dave McQuillan says, good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. And to you, David.
We are back to form.
Aye, there we go. If you don't know who David is, David owns a company called the Highland Plectrum Company. They make lovely plectrums out of old coins. And I was playing
the pink semi with an old 10p piece today.
You're playing? Oh God, mate, that sounds painful.
And it sounded awesome. There was a really nice kind of attacky, clunkiness to it. Yeah, it sounded great.
Nice. John Waller says, afternoon, gents. Afternoon, John. Francois Lou, he says, hi guys, great show. Any suggestions for settings for the Blue Guitar Amp 1 for great rock tones? I use it into a 1x12 vintage 30 loaded cab, Les Paul and a Strat. Yeah, so personally for me, it was all about the classic setting on the amp. Depends on what blue guitar amp one you've got. If you've got the Mercury or the Iridium, both. But I mean, it's the same sort of thing. I really like the classic. Just crank it up, get it going. Lovely jubbly.
Warm it up nicely.
Gary says, hey, Paul, do you ever use the 4 cable method? I noticed when I plugged my GX100 to a Marshall Origin via the 4 cable method, the tones are far better than direct. Oh, nice one. No, I don't use the 4 cable method, to be honest. Never have used for... yes, I have. No, I haven't.
I have loads of times.
Go on. Explain to me, because is your go on. How do you use the 4 cable method?
It's funny. Is it just me, or do I think of it as the 3 cable method?
That's the 3 cable method. That's different. So the 4 cable method is using something like the GX100, and then so your preamp
guitar to
well, it's wired up so the preamp side of things go from the GX100 goes into the front,
right,
and then the effects from the GX100 go into the back.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah.
I've
done 3 cable method a lot.
Yeah. Me too. Yeah, me too. With separate units going in there. Yeah. Anyway, Shep, evening all, evening Shep. Brent, lol. Safey's in the house. Hi, Safey. How you doing? Mendel Rocks. James, the Marshall has 4 EL34, so it's bigger.
Yeah, but the Cornford's got a lot of glass in it.
The Cornford's deep.
Yes.
Isn't it? The Cornford's deep. Yeah, but no, that looks wrong.
I agree. It looks wrong. I totally agree. But because the Cornford is deep, it can't sit on top of the Marshall.
So take the Marshall down. Take the Marshall down. Either take the Cornford down or take the Marshall down. But it's upsetting.
Actually, I could put the Marshall on top of. I could put the 2000 on top of the 900. That's the same width, isn't it?
Look, whatever's happening is upsetting me, and the thought of it's upsetting me. Just deal with it. Okay. AJ Studio says, hello, is any plugins in Mixbus when you're recording guitar or voice? Okay. I'm guessing AJ means, he says, hi, do you use any plugins in the Mixbus when you are recording guitar or voice?
I don't. I'm not recording with plugins. I'm recording with hardware. I'm committing often I'm committing hardware into the recording.
Yeah. So the only it really depends on how you monitor, AJ. So yes, so I mean plugins or hardware, I guess it's all the same idea now. But if you monitor, it depends how you monitor. So if you're monitoring through your DAW and you have your mix bus activated, and just say for instance you know how you're monitoring, you're not using any headphone mixes, you're just using your master mix. And then you're monitoring through that master mix. When you turn that vocal up because you want to hear the vocal because you're recording it, that's going to be squashing down that master mix. So in that case, if you're doing it like that, no, don't use any Mixbus plugins. I'm guessing when we say Mixbus plugins, I'm saying compressors, but it could be anything. So no, I wouldn't use it in that. But yeah, quite often there's always Mixbus plugins, and if I'm doing overdubs and stuff, say that I'm halfway through a mix or something, and I think, I've got to add some things, I'm not going to take off the Mixbus plugins to do that job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I monitor slightly different. So
I like mixing into compression.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have G series style bus compressor. I like mixing into that. I also like mixing drums into a subgroup compressor. So what a lot of people have referred to as top-down mixing. So you put a little bit. I find I have to do less work down the chain if I do that.
Yeah, but he's asking when recording, not mixing.
Yeah, but I mean, when I'm recording, if I'm recording guitars, there is probably a compressor in the way. If I'm recording voice, there is also probably a compressor in the way. In the case of guitars, it's probably an 1176 style, and in the voice, it's probably an LA2A style compressor.
Yeah, you're not using it in Mixbus, though, are you?
No.
Mr. Axel, you generous man. He says, "This. What should we get, James? What should we get with that?"
Ooh, well, when are you coming over?
I guess that's going to help. That's going to pay for. That's going to definitely help towards the Turkish meal that I always get lumbered for every time we go over and do stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. We'll do that. Thanks. That's very nice of you. He says, James, cheers to your new studio space. Invite Paul over for a drink, but fix those amp heads first. Cheers. See, Keith knows what he's talking about. Cheers, Keith. That's really kind of you, mate. That's very generous. And
indeed. And we will very soon. He'll be up here soon enough. When I've got the sofa, he can stay. Because it's sofa bed.
Oh, okay, nice. Is it leather? Or is it what is it?
So I didn't go leather because to get a leather one that was any good was 2,000 quid.
Hold on, where did you get it from?
I'm not going to say.
Did you buy a sofa from IKEA?
No.
Oh, thank God for that. Okay, that's fine.
No, I didn't buy a sofa from IKEA. I went to IKEA and had a look, but didn't like any of them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all right, but you know, after a few months and stuff, they end up.
I didn't. To be fair, I didn't go much further up the pecking order of.
Oh, you didn't do the doofus, did you?
No. But you know, I didn't spend 4 figures on a sofa bed,
right?
Because I'm not brain dead.
You expect me to sleep on a cheap sofa bed?
Yes, I expect anyone who comes here to sleep on a cheap sofa bed because I'm not buying an expensive one.
Okay. Nice.
The only person who's going to be here most of the time is me, and I will not be sleeping on it unless, of course, I'm thrown out anytime soon.
Which is quite likely.
Moving on.
David says, "Hi chaps, hope all is well, and to you, David." Oh, nice one, John. He's going to see Joe Bonamassa tonight. Good show, at minimum, an expensive sounding show. Oh yes.
Did it again? It feels like tonight all we're doing is plugging other people's channels. But I know you're not a great fan of KVH.
It's not that I'm not a fan. It's not that I'm not a fan. I think his videos. I think his videos are really well done. I think a lot of his videos are negative videos, and
they're a bit argumentary, aren't they?
I just don't think. I think there's enough negativity about it. I don't think we need more.
But he did put one out about the most expensive rigs.
Oh, right. Interesting.
Currently being toured.
Right.
And Mr. Bonamassa is way out in front.
Yeah, I bet he is. Yeah.
Nearly £500,000 worth of gear he's on tour with, not including guitars.
Jeez. It's just amps and pedals and stuff. Wow.
Just amps and pedals and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. It was interesting. You know, people like John Mayer are obviously up there because they've got Uber collections. And Angus is up there, and Ingve.
Did I see? Oh yeah, yes. I think I saw the feed came up. I didn't watch it, but the feed came up for that. No, he makes good videos. He makes good videos,
and he researches as well, which is really good.
Yes, yeah, more than we do. Anyway, TRM Stratocaster. What's he got there?
That looks nice.
Is it? I can't see. Is it a reverse headstock? I can't quite see it.
It
looks like a sort of reverse headstock. Like a sort of 70s reverse headstock. That's weird.
Looks like a Jimmy that's not left-handed.
Or it could be a Malmsteeny, couldn't it?
Yeah, it could. Oh, was he ever reverse headstock?
No, I've never seen a reverse headstock, but it wouldn't surprise me play anything, wouldn't he? Cool stuff, guys, but I've got to go. Thanks. Anytime, TRM. Pet says, I'm considering adding the 3 amp UAFX pedals to my board to complete the 6 set. Most folks on forums reckon it replaces the need for an amp. Yeah, I still haven't tried them. But the UAFX pedals are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually got one. I've had to put together. I can't show this board. I can't show this board now.
Have you still got the pedals?
No.
Okay.
At the moment, yes. I can't show this board at the moment because there's a prototype on it.
All right.
That is rather good. But yeah, I can't show that board. Sorry.
Cool. Moving on.
Yeah, nice one, Pat. Yeah, not a bad idea. I love my amp, so they won't be doing that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the only one I don't get the idea of.
Ooh, sorry.
I don't understand. I don't understand why they did a Tweed, they did a Deluxe, and they did an AC30. And I guess it would have been cliche for them to do a Deluxe, a Marshall, and an AC30.
They did a Tweed because they already had a lot of the algorithms because of doing the plug-in. Even though I don't think it's a terribly good Tweed.
I don't like it either. But I haven't tried
the thing is, that amp is supposed to be the amp that does super awesome clean, and it doesn't in the plug-in. We've said that already before, and it doesn't. It's horrible, in my opinion. At this point,
Mr. Meal. Thank you, Steve. He says, have a pint on me, guys. You've entertained me so much this year and cost me a fair bit in pebbles too. Steve, nice one. Thank you so much. That's really generous of you.
We can but apologise.
Yes. John says, Gary, when you plug in your GX100, do you change the output setting on it? Also, check those IRs. I know some channels complain that the IR loader is complicated, but I disagree. I think the IR loader is simple. I think with all Boss products, I think the thing that's not simple about it is the loading of the software.
That's never straightforward.
It's not, and that's and I think that's a comment that most people make. But once you've got the software inside your computer, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's really solid.
Get good shout, John, about the the output setting.
I've just realised another USB cable I need to run into the ducting. Damn.
I
need to go and get. This is the thing. I'm at the stage where I'm trying not to put anything down too permanent a place,
I can imagine,
because stuff's still going. Oh, I've forgotten that cable. So I need to run a long USB from the back of the guitars round to the computer for the Katana.
Right.
So it's all being tidy. Anyway, moving on.
Pat, I'm sure UA will be happy if you did that.
Yes.
William says, "Let's have a look at William's guitar. That's nice. I like that.
That's really nice. Bit of body. What's it called? Shoulder carve, forearm carve rash there. Nice.
Is that a 69? I can't see that. The headstock looks bigger. I can't see. It looks like a 69. Yeah, let us know what that is, William. Good evening, James and Paul. Thanks, guys, for the nice videos. Keep up the good work. Much appreciated. A question to Paul. What is your opinion on Japanese Fender Strats? Okay. I used to work in a music shop in the 90s. 90s? Late 90s, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
And the Japanese guitars that they were sending out were shocking. I used to think they were terrible. And at the time, they were doing a bunch of, I think, like lacquered, sort of vintage spec'd lacquered necks and stuff when I was working in the shop. And I hated them with a passion. But I know now they're supposed to be really good. So, yeah, I mean, I think, we can, the hierarchy of Fender guitars, you obviously got master built, custom shop, USA, Japanese, Mexican. If not, the Japanese are on par quality wise with the American stuff. So yeah, I think yeah, good stuff. If you go and get an old one, I'd check it out first, I think.
And also, as we've proven in the last couple of weeks of checking out guitars and buying cheaper guitars, a good tech will turn the metaphorical sow's ear into a silk purse.
Yeah, nice. Francis says, "I've got
Francois even.
Huh?
Francois even.
Oh, Francois. I've got the original Amp 1 EQ settings. Oh, I've never used the original Amp 1. Do I use a classic channel for drives? Boost it with a Bad Monkey. So any suggestions and gain EQ would be appreciated." The thing is, EQ settings, I can't give you EQ settings over the internet. I'd need the Amp 1 here and to play through your guitar and you playing it, because like when James and I play guitar, in the same guitar, the same amp and stuff, it sounds different. So your natural sort of tone, the way you hold the guitar, the way you push down the guitar and stuff, pick the guitar, you might need more bass than me, you might need less bass than me, or more treble. In terms of the boost, yeah, I don't think you're going to go wrong with sticking a pedal in front of it if you want drives. But yeah, unfortunately, I've never used the original Amp 1, so I don't know how different it is to the Iridium and the Mercury. But you'll know. Just the best way of doing it is to experiment at decent volumes. So if you can go into rehearsal space or live, the Amp 1 is really varied. It's really adjustable. So when you play with the EQs, they're really sensitive in a really good way, and you can do a lot with those settings. And then you've also got those EQs on the side as well. Yeah, just don't go too bassy and think you're going to need more treble than you'd think you'd need, I would say, especially at a gig.
Yeah. At this point,
Mr. Moxie, it's very kind of you, mate. He said, "Have you both ever thought about doing an experience day like TPS do? We bring our own crisp and beer, food for thought." That's a nice idea. Now James has got
what an experience day. Enlighten me, please.
So TPS do experience days. So a bunch of, I don't know how many people it is. Is it 10 or 12 people pay to go down to the TPS studio, and they have a day. They're getting advice from Dan and Mick and playing through all the gear and stuff and showing how to do stuff. Yeah, that sort of stuff.
We could do that. We could totally do that now.
Yes. I could. I mean, my studio is a decent size. It's nowhere near as big as James's, but I couldn't. It'd have to be a sunny day. We're thinking of moving anyway, so
we could easily have 10 people plus you and I in here. That's the whole point of this building, to have bands and stuff in.
There we go, James.
All right,
there we go.
Okay, let's put a quick straw poll. If we did let's say a Saturday, because it would have to be a weekend because of people work commitments and stuff, unless of course you guys didn't want a Saturday, you'd do it as a midweek thing or something like that, and we said 10 people, you bring your own beer and pizza, or we'll get pizza in or something, bring your own beer and food or whatever, and you can come to my gaff, we can hang out for the day, and we'll go through a load of recording stuff and guitar stuff and try some amps and stuff. Who'd be up for, should we say 150 quid a head?
Yeah.
10 people, 150 quid a head. That'll cover my costs, etc., etc.
There we go.
There you go. That's just throwing it out there as an idea. If 10 of us are up for that, or 10 of you guys are up for that, we'll do it sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I don't know how much TPS charge. Maybe someone here has been to a TPS event.
I guarantee it's more than that, and I know how much. I know how much we charged when I went to Moscow for the day. Moscow for the day to do a similar thing. It was in a very nice studio, so I have to add that to the mix. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do exactly what we did here.
There we go.
Let's see what happens. If you're up for that, contact us in the thing over. I still get all messed up where we are. Yeah, we can do something like that. That's a good idea. I like that. I could probably even park you all on the drive, which is crazy. Okay, here we go.
Hollywood actress says, "Good evening, all. Evening, Hollywood." Richard Paul, hi Richard. He says, "Hi gang, just purchased my first new guitar in about 6 years. A Charvel Sandemus. Nice. Just need a good tech to set it up. Know anyone? Yeah, nice one. Get Simon on that.
We don't know where you are, Richard.
Richard's
sorry. Duh. Of course we do. Sorry. I was having a complete brain dead moment then.
That's all right. Yeah.
Sorry, Richard.
Yeah. He's obviously Simon's going to have a go on that.
Get Simon around that every day of the week. At this point, we have to introduce the one, the only, Mr. Lee Abraham.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
I feel a bit like, when Kermit the Frog does the introduction during It's the Muppet Show, yay! I feel a bit like that some days when I do that.
Okay.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
That was an introduction and a half. Thank you very much.
One tries.
Why you ball? Come on, let's have a look.
So I've been really bad. So first thing is a really cheap thing. Right. I'll go in price order of what I've been getting this week.
This week I have mostly been buying.
Yeah. So
at least you get it. At least you get that joke, Lee. Thank you.
I bought one of these.
Ooh. Oh, is this the one that the people are raving about?
Yeah.
Is it good?
So is it Josh from JHS Pedals?
Yeah.
Did a video about what is it about Behringer pedals or something. I think it was called.
Why do we all hate them, basically?
Yeah. And so he when he tested this one, he tested it not only he didn't test it against the TS9, he actually tested it against a vintage 808 that he had. And he said something about the chipset, which is inside here, they use the same chip because Behringer make the chips that everybody else uses. So it's more or less the same chips in here that you get in a TS9. And this is 20 quid off Amazon. And I'm not going to use it live. I just wanted something to boost this, the Black Star thing that I've still got. So I wanted something just on the desktop here, so it's going to be just used at home. I'm not going to gig with this. So
is it sturdy? Is it just like a plastic thing?
Yeah, it's plastic, which is why I wouldn't rely on it at a gig.
Right.
Not that it would let you down, I don't think. I think you'd get plenty of warning before it let you down, before it broke. It would look pretty scruffy and start getting some cracks in it, maybe if you stepped on it in the wrong place and all that kind of stuff. But just for studio recording or practice.
Great.
You could rip the guts out of that and put it in a solid chassis. For let's face it, probably from the chassis, the box would cost more than that pedal.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But I just can't go wrong, can you? £20 and 99p or something off Amazon.
Nice.
Next purchase was a necessity because my in-ear monitors fell apart this weekend at the gig. Exactly. So my in-ear monitors.
Hold on, didn't you just buy it? You've just bought them, haven't you?
No. I had these are Shure ones. I've had them for about 4 years.
Okay.
I still would have expected to get a bit more life out of them, considering that we didn't do any gigs over COVID. So that's not 4 years of constant use.
Yeah.
When you say fell apart, what do you mean exactly?
So the plastic, the little plastic. It looks like a little camshell. Once you take the bud off and you take the cable out, it looks like a little camshell, doesn't it? It looks like a muscle or something, And while I was cleaning it, because one of the at the gig, one side went completely off, and that's usually a sign of ear debris has got onto the. So I was cleaning it, and as I was cleaning it, I was just using the tool that Shure provides you with, the cleaning
tool, the loop cleaner.
Yeah, the little hoopy thing, and the little plastic shell just kind of like came apart like that. Literally just went.
Oh.
I thought, brilliant, great. Thanks,
mono
very much, Shure. Thanks very much, Shure. So I peeled off some of the residue glue and super glued it back together, but I put them back in together, and it doesn't sound the same. It sounds a bit odd now. I don't know whether I've not done it right. So, necessity purchase, new in-ear monitors.
Nice.
And I had a look at the Shure website, and if you want to get like 4 or 6 driver in-ear monitors from Shure, you're looking at like £600, £800, £900. I thought, no, geez, I can't do that. So I've decided to go cheap.
I wouldn't expect anything. Oh no.
Egg.
What? Wow. Okay. This is so. This is my opinion of Stag, and I hope this is not right. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah.
James, have you ever had a Stag music stand?
Yes, I have seen. I have seen how long Stag music stands last in front of students.
It's literally just like one. I hope that's not the case.
But I do have some Stag cases which are perfectly serviceable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on. So how many drivers in this thing?
So there's 4.
Egg.
Is there?
Yeah.
And how much is them?
These were £47, including delivery.
Gee.
I mean, I don't genuinely, as someone who's got the 3 driver ACS ones, which were well over 1,200 quid.
They look all right, don't they? They look like they're nicely built.
But as we've said a gazillion times, there's very little out there these days that's actually rubbish anymore.
Hey, do you know what? I bought? I contacted ACS and I bought some of their non like fits everyone,
non-molded ones.
Yeah.
They're not great. They're not great.
Well, do you know what? When I started in this in-ear monitor world, I bought a really, really cheap pair off eBay for like 50 quid or something. Mm-hmm. This is like 5 or 6 years ago. Bought a cheap pair, and they sounded really tinny, no bass into them whatsoever. And somebody told me, oh, well, that's because you got one driver in. You need to get multi-driver ones. So I said, right, okay. So I went out and bought these Shure ones that I've been using for the last 4 years, which have apparently got 3 drivers in. They're 535s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
And do you know what? I couldn't tell an awful lot of difference when I first put them in my ears compared to the ones that I'd previously used with one driver in.
Really?
But I did think to myself, now there must be something there. There must be, you know, when we play live, I must be able to hear a difference. But anyway, those were the only ones that I used for years.
Yeah, I use Shure 215, so that must be the basic models, and they sound right. I think they sound right.
Sorry, the first ones I had were turbo sound. The ones you could, and do you know what? They were brilliant. I think you had about 6 different plugs for your ear size, so they weren't entirely universal. But you got, you know, different ones fit different. It wasn't quite one size fits all, but you can still pick them up on Fleabay and on Amazon. But of course, Turbo Sound are now owned by.
Behringer, probably the same people that make.
Behringer, is it?
Yeah.
It's Behringer, isn't it? Yeah.
Turbo Sound used to be just down the road from me in Dorking, didn't they?
Yeah, it used to be. Now they're in one of the many Chinese cities that makes stuff.
Well, it's Behringer City, isn't it?
Yes. I don't think it's actually called Behringer City, but I wish it was. It's like I always think of Tomanville. It's not called Tomanville, but everyone in the town works for Toman, and
you can just imagine like Behringer City, like he sits on his throne overlooking the.
No, he's in the Philippines.
Is he?
He lives in the Philippines.
I spot the myth, but anyway.
But these arrived today actually, so I've not had a great deal of time with them. But I've had them in my ears for about 10 or 15 minutes, and they honestly sound like over-ear cans.
Wow,
they honestly do. They sound really, really good.
Oh, no, I might treat myself to.
Hey,
but they're yeah. I mean, I'll try them out at the gig this week. The gig is always the litmus test, isn't it? Really. So anyway, so last thing. Talking of litmus test, this has been gigged 3 times this weekend because we had 3 gigs at the weekend, and it's a monster.
Here we go.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, I saw some headstock, but
okay, don't keep it there. It's got Seymour Duncans in it. It's got Seymour Duncans. It's got so this is going to be. Is it a jet?
No.
Keep them coming then. Keep. Oh.
See, my initial reaction was going to be it's a Sir, but
hold on. Oh, the shape. Oh, it's a Sir. It's a Sir modern shape.
Yeah,
it's a Sir modern shape, but Sir wouldn't use Seymour Duncan pickups
unless someone had tweaked them.
Possibly.
It's a Cort.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, this is a Cort G300.
Now, Cort make for a lot of people, don't they?
They do.
They do. Yeah, they make the Ibanez AZs. I think they make the premiums. I don't think they make the Prestiges. I think the Prestiges are made in Japan. But they make the premium ones, and I've had a premium one, which was a nice guitar. I think they make the Harley Benton Fusions as well, don't they?
Oh, maybe.
I could not. There's a great video by Philip McKnight about what guitars are made by who, and the list is long and confusing, but he does quite a good job of.
He gets the whiteboard out. He gets the whiteboard out, then he
the whiteboard comes out.
Nice one. You're happy with it?
This is fantastic. This guitar, and it's fantastic for a number of reasons. So it's got all the stuff on it that I like, you know. So it's got the steel block saddles. It's got the 2-point trem. It's got nice pickups. It's got steel frets.
Oh.
It's got roasted maple neck, which is absolutely lovely. It's got the contoured heel joint. It's got Tusk nut, and it's got staggered locking tuners.
Can you show me the front of the headstock? A sec. Just show me. Oh, good. It's got a string tree in it. Thank God for that. Those staggered tuners with that string tree just drives me crazy.
Are we allowed to be gross?
But
And ask what you paid for this beast?
Yeah. Now this is the other bit of fantastic love about this guitar. So when these first came out, these G300s, they were $750. It was touted as the top of the line Cort guitar. This was the creme de la creme that Cort do. And they came out about sort of 2.5 years ago, roughly when all the pandemic stuff started. I think they came out, and I really liked the look of it. I thought, yeah, okay, it's a poor man's Sir, but you know, I'm a poor man, so that's the sort of guitar that I would go for. But I still didn't want to pay $750.
Oh.
So I've been hanging on, seen a few secondhand ones, not really been taken with any secondhand ones. Guitar, Black Friday sale, $399.
Wow.
So I thought I'd grab one. So my missus was running a marathon along.
She was out.
No, she was running a marathon along the Thames on Friday.
Nice.
So I dropped her off there, and I took a little detour down to Epsom, and bought it. And the guy in there set it up for me as well.
Nice.
Oh, Alex, he's great.
Alex, yeah, very good. Yeah,
he's good.
Because when I tested it out, they got it. It was fresh out of the box. They hadn't even got them out of the box. They've obviously done a deal. Cort have probably come to the end of the line with these, I guess. Yeah. And Guitar have done a deal and said, right, ship the rest over to us. Then
we'll have all of them, please.
We'll have all of them. Yeah, exactly. And so it wasn't even out of the box yet. And this one only comes in 2 colours. This vivid burgundy or black. They had black and burgundy, but I like the burgundy one. But when I tried it out, it was just pinging a little bit in the nut. You know, the trem was just sort of pinging a little bit, and they just said, "Oh no, we can give it to Alex." I think the guy's name is, and so they said, "What strings do you normally have on it?" I said, "You know, only ball 10s," and they said, "Yeah, we'll get it in there, and he'll sort it out for you." And so I just waited for sort of 30-40 minutes, and he sorted it out, and it is exactly how I like it.
Next door for a cheeky pint.
No, I didn't. No, I stayed in the shop like a good boy.
Where did you drop the missus off? Just out of interest.
Walton on Thames.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Epsom would have been sensible. Sorry, I thought maybe you dropped her off in the centre of London,
or somewhere like that. That's
you could have gone to
Camden, would have been nearer.
Exactly.
No, there's a guy that does a lot of run competitions. He's based in Walton on Thames, I guess he is. But one of his haunts is to go along the Thames at that point there.
Nice.
There's a marathon route they have there, and it's sort of like so many laps round, you know.
Nice.
Marathon.
Wow.
Yeah. So while she was running her doodahs off, I was spending a bit of cash. But it's that time of year, isn't it? You know, it's royalty day. It's royalty day tomorrow, so I've spent it already.
It's a royalty day.
Well, it will be for me. I get them twice a year, 1st of June, 1st December.
And what PRS?
No, not PRS. This is from the record company that I'm signed to. They pay me direct.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yeah, because PRS for me is 4 times a year.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that last time. Because this time last year, when I spent the December royalties, I bought that Sire. Do you remember? I bought that Sire guitar.
Yeah. You still got that?
No, I didn't get on with it. No, it went back. And one of the reasons I didn't get on with it was I liked the fact that it didn't have a string tree on it, but when I changed the strings on it, the strings wouldn't ring out.
Mate, honestly, it baffles me. Those staggered pole pieces. Sorry, the staggered tuners, and not having it happens on every single guitar that I try with staggered tuners.
What about the Sirs though? Because all the Sirs don't have string tree, do they?
So, funny enough, I on the Pete Thorne, I have more windings than I would normally want on the E string. Just the E string. The E string doesn't ping out properly, but I have to do a few more winds.
So it moves lower down the peg.
Exactly. Yeah. You shouldn't have to do it. I mean, it's a bad. I don't understand it. String trees are great.
Well, this one's okay because it's like a it's like a circular one. It's like a barrel one.
That's the Wilkinson one.
I guess so. Yeah. But it's when they put these. I mean, Fender used those horrible bloody butterfly ones. And you can just imagine the string getting caught under that if the metal's not completely.
Yeah, I mean, they're an all 50s. Well, 50s custom shops have the round disc. 50s telly custom shops have the round disc. I'll show you. Actually, let me show you.
I'm having a look now. I'm just checking what mine have got.
50s custom shops are 50s custom shops come with this disc.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And 60s custom shops.
Yeah, well, that's what I've got on this telly. Look.
Yeah.
All right, hang on a second. I need to go and have a look now.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I've never had any issues, but maybe the custom shop ones are different. I don't know.
Yeah, they got unicorn sweat rubbed underneath them, probably.
Probably.
There we go.
Actually.
So my 60th anniversary telly and my Strat have got that style. Got the little barrel.
The barrel type. Yeah. Well, they're cool.
That's the modern. That's the modern style.
But the Jag and two of the tellies have got the normal
butterflies.
The butterflies, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so this and I went onto the Guitar website today, and they've sold out. They've sold them all.
Have they?
Yeah. They've sold out all of this colour anyway. I think they've still got a couple of black ones left, but they've sold all the burgundy ones.
What are the Seymour Duncan pickups? What's in it?
I think it's a TB4, is it? And a SHN2 or something like that anyway.
SHN2. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So TB, I'm going to Trembucker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
TB4 and a SHN. I'm sure it said SHN2, something like that. Anyway,
okay, I quite like the binding as well. I don't normally like bound guitars, but I quite like that.
Well, that's a basswood body with a maple cap on.
Oh,
nice.
Is it nice and light then?
Yeah, it is light.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, feel the weight of that.
Nice. Yeah.
Sustain on that. Sustain.
Yeah,
don't say anything. Just listen.
Did you take the ticket off though?
Ticket?
As in the price tag?
Yeah, there wasn't one. It came fresh out of the box.
No, but never mind.
It's the film.
It's the film.
It's the film.
It goes one louder. It goes one louder. Yeah, it goes one louder.
Look at it.
But why not just make 10 loud?
Because it's one louder. Where would you go after 10?
It's true.
You can't, can you?
Well, you can't, but they have done.
But anyway, there you go.
The gains got to 20 on those on the JCM 900s.
Do they? Go to 20. Nice.
Friedman's make all their amps go up to 11, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, I miss my Friedman. Get one of them.
Yeah, there you go, chaps. Right, so there we are. So I've been buying in-ear monitors and cheap pedals and
nice one
and cheap guitars, and it's still all working out well. I'm still getting away with it.
Nice one, mate. Well done. Lovely job.
Right, chaps.
All right, mate. Good to see you. You take care
as always.
Thank you, guys. See you later.
See you soon.
Mate.
Cheers.
There we go. We are there.
Mr. Moxie says, I've got an old Laney LC15R in the attic. Are there any modifications I can make to bring it back to life? Thinking of it as another tone palette potentially. I don't.
Is it valve? If it's valve, get some new valves in it. I'll bring it back to life.
Don't know much of it. The LC15 was that was their like AC,
yeah,
sort of Voxy line, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever played through one of them.
I think if memory serves me correctly, Gregoire might have had one.
Yeah. I'd take it down to a good amp tech and see what they can do to it, Pet. I definitely. I mean, those circuits. I mean, it depends on, I guess, if it's point to point or PCB or whatever, makes a difference. But yeah, definitely get it down to an amp tech and see what they can do with it.
Cool.
Oh yes. AJ, yeah, anytime. AJ, Hollywood says, Richard, if you near Cornwall, if you're near Cornwall way, then Sam Deeks or you can send him the guitar. Check out his YouTube channel. He films most of his setups. Nice one. Well, Richard works at Bonner's Music, and they've got Simon down there who's fantastic. But good shout. Gary Waddle says, "Hi, John. I've tried when I was using it direct, and it was still disappointing. Thinnish sound when I went direct." Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, is your cab sim on?
But that would suggest
that would. I mean, yeah, if it's a thinnish sound, yes, it would definitely sound better. If your cab sim's off and you've got it then plugged into your amp, it's definitely going to sound better.
Yes,
and the other way around as well. Walid K says, "What's he got there? He's got Jackson.
Jackson, yeah,
rocking then he.
Sorry, Jackson. Woo!
What do you recommend for guitar DI input gain for guitar sims? For example, I tried to copy your same settings for the Imperial Tone King, but my guitar doesn't get as much breakup using the ID44 DI in. It really depends on your guitar, on the impedance and everything.
Yeah,
it's you can't say just crank it up until you're happy, until you like the sound out of it, I would say, but make sure you're not peaking.
There's no the only wrong is red lights.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I don't even know what the optimum setting is for a DI guitar going into an interface.
I know I hark on about it all the bloody time. That's why the 11 rack was so brilliant. It just did all that, and you always got a really good, proper guitar tone without going, "Oh, that's not quite enough," or "not a bit too much." Or
yeah, I do agree. Just crank it up until you're happy. Don't worry about rights and wrongs and all that sort of stuff. If unless it's peaking and it's crapping out, then obviously that's wrong. But if you like it with a bit more gain on it, definitely crank it up. Hope that helps. Gary says, "Sorry guys, how does the 3 cable method work?" So that will be like
guitar into amp, effects loop, send into effects processor, be it pedals or whatever, return back into your amp. 3 cable method.
Yes, it's just known as send effects send and return and stuff, but we're calling it 3 cable method. But yes, Joe is hitting close to me soon, but $400 a ticket, and that's very cheap seats. Not going to happen. God,
I'd love to see him, but say likewise, it's painful.
£400 a ticket. Jeez. I mean, it's just got to sell a few more bobbleheads and some flip flops, and he hasn't got to charge those prices.
Yeah.
Glenn says, "Good evening, gents. Evening, Glenn. James, the studio's looking good. Paul, do you have anything in the works on an XFX 3 video? Would like to see your workflow. Like and subscribe." Yes, cheers, Glenn. Yes, please like and subscribe, guys. Anyone that's watching, it really does help us. Yes. Funny enough, yes, there is an XFX 3 video planned soon. So yes, I'll get that shot. I'll try and do it next week, Glenn.
Nice.
John says, "Gary, if you haven't already, try adjusting the input settings for your guitar. I know with my T-style guitars, I have to up the input dB in comparison to my humbucker guitars." Yeah, just do it until you're happy with the sound. Oh, I've just seen John's Christine McVie's died.
Oh, very sad.
That is sad. He said, "Hi Paul, you're almost right. It's a 67 custom shop." Is that a 67 with a big headstock?
Nice, beautiful.
Maybe it's not a big headstock. Maybe it just looks big from here. Nice, very nice. Jan Geiger says, "Greetings, gents. Today I found a Tokai Gaki. I don't know the Gaki. Made in Japan. TFL1 flanger pedal. Didn't plug it in. Is it any good? Cheers." Do you know, I wouldn't know. Awesome.
The answer is, if you plug it in and it sounds good, then yes, it is. If you plug it in and it sounds not so good, no, it's not.
Yeah. I've never heard of them, but Fantastic. Yeah, nice one. What do you reckon that is? 80s or 70s?
I would go 80s, probably early
Nice.
80s, maybe.
Nice one. Yeah. Well done, Jan. No,
There's a great interview with Dave Stewart, he of the Eurythmics. And he's got in his collection of keyboards and synth and guitars and stuff. He's got every kind of little Casio tiny micro keyboard. And he's got for about 25 quid up to amazing analog synths and patch synths and all that sort of stuff. And he said, when it's the right sound, it's the right sound. Doesn't matter where it comes from. Doesn't matter how you get it. I've got some stuff that Paul would probably cringe over in racks and in cupboards and stuff that occasionally comes out and just makes the right noise.
There we go.
Chatting with a Uber producer and guitar player a little while ago, and he said, if I buy a guitar and it makes that one sound and it writes a song, it's worth buying a guitar.
Absolutely.
Especially if that song then becomes the next Angels or something similar.
Yeah. Les Caster says, last week I asked for a Lazy J obtainable alternatives. Was advised to get an affordable Tweed alternative. Being the bad listener I am, I sprung for a like new Tone King Imperial Mark II. Nice one. Well, that'll do you nicely. Yeah, nice. I like them.
Very nice.
To be honest, I think I prefer that to a J10. Nice one.
Very nice. Lovely.
Steve says, come on, get the experience day working, count me in. There we go.
Yeah. All right. That's one.
Michael P, he'll only do it if you do airplane parking.
Ironically, I do have airplane parking. It's 6 miles away. It's called Stansted Airport.
Does Stansted fly to the US?
I don't think there's any direct flights. No. But I do. If you have your own plane, therefore you're asking about airplane parking, I'm sure Stansted will offer you a what do they call it? A spot on the apron.
There we go. Great idea. Read the experience day.
That's 2.
Says Mendel. John says, greetings from Poland. I chose to watch you live instead of playing against Argentina. Better entertainment.
Is it just me, or has the football generally been pretty average?
Oh, I think sorry, Pep, but yesterday's match was at least it was exciting, wasn't it? Yesterday's match was exciting.
I didn't see it. I was busy. I was in here. I felt I've lived in here for the last week.
Yeah. It was you that told us, John.
Very sad.
That is really sad. Yeah. Really
amazing
sad.
Voice.
Yeah.
And an amazing keyboard player. Everyone forgets that she put all those amazing keyboard parts down and piano and Hammond.
Yeah, she's great.
Crazy synth parts.
Oh, what a shame. One of my probably my favorite band.
Yeah, up there for me.
Brent said, "Oh hey, bought one too. Was on sale for $14 on Sweetwater. Then I won the fuzz version on the JHS show. Oh, nice one.
Nice."
John says, right now rocking my telly on the UA Dream 65 pedal. Have you tried this one? What is your thoughts? I still haven't tried them, John. I really want to try them. Yes. I mean, everyone loves it. I don't think I've seen a bad review of it. So I think you've done it. You've done a good move there, mate. Nice one.
Great.
Oh, Gaza. Thanks, mate. Cheers, Gary. It's really nice of you. He said, a coffee on me, guys. You provide amazing content. James would love to attend your studio session, but I'm a long ocean swim away. Oh, there we go.
Well, if you start now.
Cheers, Gary. That's really nice of you, mate.
Thank you very much. Boom. There we go.
In fairness, the price was $18.50 US shipped to my door, so I plead innocent due to the extenuating circumstances. What was that for?
The amp. Was it for the amp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going for a lot cheaper budget than that, but I think they're really good amps. Really, really nice amp. I think you've done.
They look great as well.
Yeah, they're really cool amps. I think it's a classic amp that will never lose. Jan says, found in Grandpa's basement. Nice one.
Oh, that's a winner every time.
God, don't you always dream of that, going to a boot fair and finding like I don't know, some sort of classic old guitar or something?
I've told you about my boot sale wins.
Yeah. I'm not sure some of them are wins. I think some of them were taken from a studio and then sold in a boot fair.
Probably, but hey, you know, that's why we have insurance.
Jeff says, yeah, I now have 3 Behringer pedals, overdrive and 2 delays between my custom shop Strat and handwire Princeton. Who'd have thought? Nice one.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. John.
Yes.
At Lee, what was the name of your band you wanted us to listen to? I couldn't find it on Spotify. Yeah, Lee, let's.
What's Lee's band called? I've forgotten.
I forgot what it's called.
Post in the comments, Lacey, so we can all go and hit you up on socials and stuff.
I love the next one. Pet says, my stag mic stand nearly lasted a full 24 hours. They're so crap, aren't they? Their stuff is just so bad. My stag lasted as long as I could get the scope on it. Very good. Very good. Let's cast a quick look at the stags stand out well regarding value for IEMs at a low price point that sound good. Nice one.
Yeah.
KP.
All right.
Good eating. Yeah. Hello, Rodonts. From Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Hollywood says, Lee, I thought it was a Cort guitar. By the way, how does it compare to the Jet guitar?
Yeah, I'd like to know that as well, because those Jets do look great, don't they?
Gaza says, guitar looks excellente. I hear great things about Cort. Again, I think it's one of those companies. Like I said, I think some of their early stuff left a little bit to be desired, but I think.
But so did Harley Benton.
It's true. Mendel says, re-string trees. Fender also makes staggered vintage Eric Johnson tuners. You don't need to use a string tree. Use them on a parts caster build with jack body and neck. Happy. Oh, nice one.
There's an Eric Johnson Strat in the next auction.
Is there?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm so tempted.
Yes, nice. Very nice. Shep says, Bulgaria JCM 900 clone goes to 22 on the gain.
Of course it does.
Brucey Brooks says, hey guys, put my PRS SE Custom 22 hollow body up for sale this week. I'm keeping the core P22. I picked up a Mint Taylor T5Z from a friend of mine. Great versatile guitar. Nice one.
Very nice.
There we go. So anyone that's around the New York area, go and check out Bruce's listings. Pet Moxie, sorry, Pet. He didn't even watch it. There we go. Probably. Yes. Mario Mazza, bit random. Would you use a GX100 Live direct to PA? Would it cut it? Bit random. Would you use a GX100 Live direct to PA? Would it? Yes, absolutely. Definitely would.
Great.
Would be great. Pet says, I'm definitely up for an experience day. Notepad in tow. There we go.
I'll tell you what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
While we've been chatting and stuff, I've been putting this plan in my head.
Okay.
Right? So we've got a Travel Lodge just down the road. Right. So we could do it as a kind of a day with the rats or something like that. So if everyone came the night before, got a room in the Travel Lodge, so we could make an early start the next day.
Right.
Do the full day, and then everyone can either go home afterwards or they can have the second night in the Travel Lodge. Because if you're driving a long way, like Pet would be, for example, they might want to stay the second night. So you're probably looking at all in with a Travel Lodge, probably $250, I would say.
Right.
And I know Travel Lodge don't do what's it called? When you sell the room on their behalf and the discounts or anything like that, because they don't need to.
Oh, like booking that sort of thing.
Yeah, but what's it called? It's called an affiliate link. They don't do that sort of thing because they don't need to.
Right.
But I reckon there's a deal to be done. There is a really nice local B&B here, but it's twice the price of a Travel Lodge. but it's really, really nice.
No, you don't want a B&B though. You want to be anyway.
Anyway, but I think there's definitely ways we could do it, and if people are serious about it, I think we could do. We could do a really good job on that. I've done it enough time.
There it goes.
Right, I'll put that as an idea. I'll put that ideas together. Right.
There we go. Oh, excuse me, people. Sorry. Pet says, at Jeff Handward Princeton, whoa, would love to hear that next to my cheaper 68 to see if the extra cabbage is worth it. Nice. Pit Trap. Oh, look at his little woofer. What a nice doggy. Do you plan to review the Tonex? I did a review actually, Pit. I did the Tonex, the free version. Yes, I do. They're supposed to be sending me something so I can do some modeling of my amps, and then I'll put those up on the Tone Exchange, whatever they call it up there.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. So, but I'm still waiting for that. I could do it. I could do it a different way.
To do it with their kit, though, isn't it? To do it with the kit they advise, and then
I think so. Yeah. Just from the review point of view, from it's using their kit, and let's see what their kit can do. But yes, and I'll be doing some amp captures of my Matchless and Bad Cat and stuff.
Nice.
Rick says, "Hey guys, can you save any panel settings on the Katana 50 Mark II booster settings, for example? So when you return to panel, booster set the same." Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure you can save them because the panel setting is exactly what it is. It's the setting that's on top of the panel. So you get 8 presets. Oh no, you've got 50, so 4 presets and a panel. So you just have to have your panel set the way that you have it set always, and then you can switch back. I'm not sure you can save stuff.
No, not as such.
Brucey says, if I fly on my Learjet to the local airport, can I just sleep on the plane? There we go.
Pretty sure you can.
Argentina won. Against who were they playing against?
Somebody else. Don't know.
Galahad for Hollywood.
Okay, nod and agree.
Might have to explain that one, Peter. Emil says, any recs on humidifiers for climate control? I have 2 Bonico S450s and they require quite a bit of maintenance.
I don't know. My AC does it all for me.
Yeah, so I've got AC. I mean, yeah, we don't think the thing is like in England, we don't really have to worry about humidifiers as much as other countries because it's quite a wet sort of place.
We have the exact opposite problem. We have dehumidifiers.
Yes, exactly. But yes, we don't tend to get massive temperature extremes and moisture extreme stuff. It's always quite wet here, so everything sort of stays more or less the way it is. So we might not be the best peeps to ask on that, I'm afraid. But good luck with it. Let us know what you get. Rick says, I meant the pedal settings, the boosters, tone, drive, level, etc. Again, if you mean, I'm guessing you mean the amp 1.
No, Katana.
Oh, Katana. Okay.
Katana Mark II.
Boosters, tone, drive. Well, yeah, you just save it to the different.
Yeah, but it's part of the panel. The panel. That's all saved as part of the panel because you can't tweak them unless you go into the particular effect.
Exactly. Yes. So I guess you could. I mean, just have it set up on there, and then it'll be permanently set up on there. But you can't save the panel.
Yeah.
As such. You can save the panel to a preset. You can't save the panel to the panel.
No.
So have it on the panel, and then you can use that as an extra channel.
Yeah.
What's your experience with stainless frets on electric guitars? Great. I love stainless steel frets. I've got stainless steel frets on my Sir, and they're really good. They're really good. They do sound different it makes the guitar sound different. They are, you tend to get a bit more sort of top end out of stuff. Really good if you've got like a dark guitar and stuff, and they're great. You know, the stainless, they don't wear out. It's great. I don't know why more companies don't do them. Jonathan says, Paul, am I correct in thinking you have a Rev D20? I used to have a Rev D20. James used to have a Rev D20, and they are fantastic amps. I wish I still had my D20.
See, I never really loved mine.
Oh, I liked it. I liked it until I got I think I got the Marshall, the little Marshall Plexi, little 20 Plexi, and then I played the Plexi, and then switched over to the D20 and vice versa. And I went, oh, I really like the Plexi more, so I sold the D20. But the D20 is a really good amp.
Yeah.
I see.
Right.
There we go. Right. That's exactly right. I see. Yeah. Thank you, Peter. Yes, you're right. Exactly. Well done. Thanks, Peter. Thanks for filling this in. Tim says, Machine Boy, stainless steel, a little brighter in tone. Exactly. Love Tour Channel. Cheers, JP. AK, is it possible to use a high-pass filter on a Boss Katana Mark II 100? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, using filters on any guitar tone is fantastic because it can clear up the bottom and the top end.
Exactly what it does. At this point,
Mr. Shepard, thank you. Thank you very much. That's really kind of you. He said, Paul, question if I may, the Boss 3-button pedal you showed at the beginning of the stream, do you think it would work on the aux?
aux isn't Bluetooth, is it?
Not Bluetooth, is it? Would it work though if the aux was plugged into a computer?
I bet it's not that clever. Bluetooth's not that, doesn't work through a thing. It talks directly to the thing.
Yeah, but if you're... Oh, that's a good question though. So if your aux was connected to the computer via Wi-Fi and then you send a Bluetooth message to the computer, I reckon that would work.
Only because of experience with setting up Bluetooth kit. Bluetooth has to talk directly to the thing, not through the thing.
Right. Okay.
So if your aux is connected to your computer and your computer has Bluetooth but your aux doesn't, the chances are of getting to tweak the aux via the Bluetooth in the computer, I don't think that's how it works.
Okay. It's a good. And I tell you what, Shep, put a little question into the tech support at Universal Audio. They're really good, and they'll get back to you. And ask them. I think that's definitely worth an ask.
And they're also not super straight laced. If there is an answer or a workaround, they'll offer it. They won't just go, no, it's not supported.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're really good, the guys over there. And just for your record, it's the Boss FS1WL.
Once again, good handy naming conventions there.
Japanese companies.
Yeah.
JP says, thanks for sharing your knowledge. Oh, cheers. Thanks, JP. I'm glad you'll get something out. I'm really glad you get something out of it. David says, Argentina played Poland. Poland went through to the next round because Mexico lost to Saudi Arabia on the other match. There we go.
Right.
Nice one.
Oh, I know there's not much in the way of newsage other than Black Friday deals, Cyber Weekend deals, which are now all finished. Thank goodness. Yeah. My inbox was completely and utterly rammed with, but spend more money.
Right. Yeah. Yes. To be honest, it is a bit quiet today.
Do you want to? Should we just? I'm going to kick you out just for a second.
Okay.
Because we're being joined by greatness. Matt is joining us.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Oh, you all right?
Yes, yourself?
Yeah, no, very well. I'll be brief. I got two questions. One was for James.
Right.
I've been doing some mixes recently in Luna,
And just for a try, I thought I'd just go through the API console on everything. So before it's kind of like a almost like a little mixing test or practice. And I thought, right, I'm not going to add anything other than I'll get my 2-bus set up, and then I'm purely going to go through the console and, you know, high, low pass, do whatever EQ I need to do. And then if I need to add anything else after that, I would. And I found that with certain instruments, like say kick or guitar, I just got really, really fast at shaping the sounds using the EQ. So I kind of virtually, because it wasn't a real thing, I started to, you know, get the feeling of what it was like to work on a proper console. So I just wondered, you have that absolutely lovely Audion console you've got there. Do you mix through that as well, or do you purely track through it?
I most of the time purely track through it. I mix through it for stuff for me and stuff where I know there won't be recall.
Yeah, yeah.
When there's recall involved, I tend to mix in the box. But I do what you do. I will put a console style plugin on every channel, because that way you get a certain mix glue that you don't get if you just randomly put different things on different channels, I think.
I agree with you. Yeah. It kind of, I think it just does that, doesn't it?
I like the UA Neve RS channel as well. I like that, and I like the API channel strip. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The APIs sound great for drums. They just do. You get that really forward, punchy drum sound that you don't get from Neves. If you want a warm drum sound, Neves are the way forward.
Well, I found it interesting because I always thought I was Neve. I in terms of what I liked, even though a lot of records that I love have been made on SSL boards, I for some reason just didn't seem to like that flavor when I was mixing my own stuff. And then I never tried the API, and then purely because it was an extension in Luna, I just thought, well, it's just built into every channel. It's running natively, so there's no DSP. So I thought, right, I'll try it. And the sound was absolutely phenomenal. But it's that thing where it builds, doesn't it? If you just do it on one track, it's hard to understand. Whereas if you do it across 20 tracks, that cumulative thing suddenly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you get that on a real console as part of the console sound. It has to be said, I wouldn't have said the Audion was the most flavored console ever. That said, it definitely, cumulatively, you start. When I do mix, it's quite funny. When I do mix, I basically, because drums to me are the important bit. I can't think why. I'll actually mix all the channels on the drums into individual channels on the console. Then what I have is a 24-channel summing mixer, effectively. So I'll bring back pairs of guitars. Lead vocals I'll keep on their own. Everything else comes back in stereo pairs, kind of subbed through Pro Tools.
There we go. Nice.
Oh, lovely.
So
it wasn't very guitar-y, but I was interested.
Yeah, nice one.
And then my final thing was, and this is just a subjective thing. I think I'm going slightly mad with this subject, but as you know, I've got the Axe-Fx 3.
Yeah.
I even did a thing where I tested behind me there at the back. There's a 1962 Fender Deluxe, like a real one, an old one, and I did a test between the two, and you can hardly hear any difference whatsoever.
Amazing.
But
but there's always a but.
I don't know why. I mean, I plug into that Axe-Fx and it sounds incredible. You record the sound like that, and you can do 2 guitar amps, you can do 4 whatever you want. It's unbelievable. But there's a part of me that just wanted to plug back into an amplifier.
Yeah.
Hence I switched I switched the Matchless on tonight, and you know what? It's just
take
like
that away from me, Dave.
You got to swap them round.
All right. I'll do it now.
Yeah, go on, Matt. Go on. Continue. Oh,
Here you go. You got success.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just sort of like I don't know. There's just something about having an amp, and I just put this on tonight, and within a few turns, I got exactly the noise I wanted.
Yeah.
And it just felt great. Whereas the only thing with the Axe effects was the Axe Edit is brilliant, but you're there with the mouse and you're fiddling, and it just kind of doesn't feel like I'm being a guitar player anymore.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I think that's why I have that patch that I use, and that's it.
You don't fiddle.
I don't fiddle. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I use pedals. I've got, down at my feet, I've got my. I'll bring it out. Oh!
Careful.
Why? No. It's all right. It's fine.
All right, just getting in there early.
Thank you. Yeah, no. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, and I use pedals with the Axe effects. So
yes,
everything is. So I use it like a real amp. Does it feel as responsive as an amp? 5% no.
It's very, very close, because I do exactly like you. I mean, I purely built it for the amps, because I've got the analog pedals down there and they're great. Why would I not want to use them? But I do tend to adjust the amp when I'm recording for different parts and different guitars and that kind of stuff. And that was my frustration, was when I switched out guitars, I would have to go back into the Axe Edit, and I thought, it's just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And it's nice having both, isn't it? I think that's a good thing.
Yes. No, absolutely. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, that was all it was.
Nice one. No, good to see you, mate. And
thanks as ever. I really enjoy it every Wednesday. So
nice
yeah,
one,
it's nice to join you.
Yeah, nice to have you on.
All
right, mate.
Take care.
See you soon, mate. Take care.
Bye.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, the pedal board that you thought I was going to bring up, that's a different pedal board.
Just panicking there, just to get in.
No.
Right.
Okay, so I'm there. Do you want to
Ready? I can do it. Here we go. Boom.
Look at these bad boys.
Now they look lovely.
And they look good.
They remind me of those Valley Arts guitars.
They do look Valley Arts, don't they? I mean, I don't normally like Strats with sort of figured tops.
Stunning.
They look great, don't they? And
yeah.
Doesn't that telly look good?
I bet they ain't cheap.
The only thing that makes me worried about this is the weight.
Yeah.
Have they got a top on them, or is that a solid lump of maple? But anyway, let's find out. Blah 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 blah. They look.
Oh, great. Look at that!
Didn't the black headstock set it off nice as well? It's got their top, so it's got a flame top, black finish headstocks, ebony fingerboards as well. That's great.
$1 million.
$1 million. No, I don't think so. I don't think they're going to be that. I reckon they're going to be $2,000.
2,849.
There we go. Okay. Let's have a look. Oh no! You've seen it.
Yeah, only because I thought you'd seen it as well, because you literally just scrolled up.
I hadn't seen it.
Telly's at 2,799. The HSS Strat's 2,849. The standard Strat is 2,799. Yeah, basically $2,800.
The thing is, see, that's changed my mind a little bit. The thing I'd like to say is that sort of money, and they're great, and I really like them, and they're different. But you could go and buy a second-hand custom shop for that.
Yep.
So I'm almost like, I don't know now. But I think they look.
They look great.
I think they look cracking.
They look really good.
Hold on. Here we go. Go on then.
It's time for our Harley Benton moment of the week.
Yeah, Harley Benton. I mean, I'm sick of looking at the news, because it's all about Cyber Monday deals and Black Friday deals and that sort of stuff. But anyway, yeah, you can pick
that
up
middle one is just wrong.
Oh, it's a Moz. It's like a Mosrite design, isn't it?
That's a wrong one.
Yeah, it does look a. I know why, but it's
Filtertron telly there.
It looks nice, doesn't it? Well, not proper Filtertrons, but
no, but that style, that kind of.
Yeah. Does it say how much the Filtertron telly is?
138
squids. Damn. It's great, isn't it? Nice. We like that. The Matt amp that Peter Green used on the early Fleetwood Mac recordings is up for sale. So do you reckon this is all the like Albatross and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah. A friend of mine had a Matt amp.
Did it sound good?
No, I thought it sounded god awful. But to be fair, I also thought his guitar playing was god awful. So
it might have been that then. So it might have been that as opposed to the amp.
Matt amp are the forerunners of Orange, aren't they?
Orange. I think there's something linked with Orange. Yes.
Because there's a very similar styling. I mean, other than the fact that Matt amp were green.
Yeah. I've always thought aesthetically they look bumper clap. But
I've never been able to get over the fact that they look, in my opinion, not appealing.
Yeah, they don't look great, do they?
But if this amp came up for sale in my general direction, I'm pretty sure I'd have it.
Oh yeah, Peter Green's. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Is that
nice? Did it say how much it's up for?
Well, it hasn't said yet, I don't think. But it's going to be
$1 million.
A lot of money.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of money.
Lot of monies.
Nice though, nice. Old blood noise endeavors have released this pedal, and I really like this because I love the idea of the fader on it.
A fader on a pedal.
yeah. So it's basically it's called the BL44. It's a variable clock, so you can get all those sort of like reducing the bit rate, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
and doing some cool stuff with it. I think it's the only thing I think about this pedal is it's more sort of hands-on, so you'd need it to be in front of you playing with the knob. So great for things like synths.
Yeah,
sort of stuff, but I do like it.
That is kind of cool.
How much? €209, 185 GBPs.
That's not bad at all.
No. I don't know what's going on. What the hell is going on with that?
That's like a guitar designer has gone, oh, we've done everything. What can we do now?
So Jackson Rob Cavestani. Anyway, it's called the Death Angel. Any idea what sort of music he does?
Is he in a bebop jazz band?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing right about that, as far as I'm concerned.
It's not my thing, I have to admit.
It looks all right when it's. I mean, I don't like it, but it looks all right when it's. You see it next to someone. No, I'm not sure.
But how much is it?
$1,199.99.
Yeah, that's a lot for a guitar.
1.149 euro at Toman. I mean, Ibanez keep bringing out some Polyphia models. I don't know what's going on with this, but anyway, it looks quite nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a guitar.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like it. I'm not so sure on that one. I don't know what's going on with that.
No, I prefer the one.
Yeah, I prefer that one. Tree of Death inlays, apparently.
Right, okay.
The Tree of Life. And the Scott Lepage one is Snazzy Gold.
Scott Lepage.
Scott Lepage. $1.5 $1,000 for both.
I'm sure they're great. I'm sure they play really well. I'm sure they're lovely. Nah.
No, I'm not. Anyway, but Polyphia are doing really, really well, aren't they? So that's it. That's literally all of the newsage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay then. Should we get through some of these here?
Yeah.
Commentaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Boom. Here we go.
Mario says, "What are your thoughts on Joe Bonamassa quitting social media?" I think it's must be really hard for. Look, there's, when you even do like YouTube stuff and you have like a minimum, a minimal amount of subscribers. When you get a negative comment, it can bring you down.
Is that what's happened here then? Has Mr. Bonamassa been getting some abuse?
Yeah, he's had a bit of abuse, and he's yeah, I think it was just before a gig he got some abuse, and he took it to heart. Because there are dicks out there. There are absolute dicks who will say things just to,
get an emotional reaction.
Yeah, and it's like, why do people do it? Because they're behind a computer screen and they're typing away, and it makes them feel bigger because basically, they were the kid that was bullied at school, I guess. I don't know. Negative comments, luckily we don't get a lot. When they do come, it can affect my mood, and sometimes I find it funny, and I don't know.
I think I've been doing it long enough that I really couldn't give a rat's what's it. There are people out there I accept criticism from. There are people out there I accept constructive criticism from. And there are people out there who will just race their mouth off and just because it's something to do. My normal line is, "I'm looking forward to seeing your next YouTube video." Yeah. And that's when people go, "Oh, okay, I'll shut up then."
Yeah, yeah. I reckon I get them probably once every couple of weeks, something like that. Maybe not even that much. But it must be really hard for guys that get it all the time.
Yeah.
And funny enough, that the more popular the YouTube channel is becoming. Sorry, we're supposed to be talking about Joe Bonamassa and not about us. But the more popular that you are, and Joe Bonamassa is extremely successful and popular, the more negative comments you're going to get. And bless him, it's crap. You shouldn't have to deal with negative, but you're in the public eye. That's part of the course, I guess. But people stop being dicks, and then
when people stop being dicks, the world will be a very odd place.
But it does baffle me though, because the amount of crap that's going on in this world, people still feel the need to be a dick.
Yeah. They've got nothing else to do.
Yeah. It's a shame.
In as much as JB quitting social media, good on him for being able to do it. Personally, I couldn't do it these days. I really couldn't.
I worry about the sale of bobbleheads. That's what I'm worried about.
Maybe it was us.
No, we don't say negative things about Joe Bonamassa. Joe Bonamassa is a guitar
legend.
He's an absolute, I dream to be able to play guitar like Joe Bonamassa.
I want to go sort of rub shoulders to see if anything comes off.
Yeah, he's.
I'd get arrested, but
Yeah. AK. Oh, that's awesome. But what need to do to create high pass filter? Okay, so it depends what sort of gear you're using. So everything's different. Are you using a Boss Katana? Are you using an Axe FX? Are you using?
He's using a Katana Mark II.
Oh, the Katana Mark II. Okay, the Katana, the high pass filter in the EQ section isn't that variable, and personally, I don't think the EQ does exactly the frequencies that it's saying, and that sounds incredibly geeky. But start rolling off the high pass filter. So, basically, a high pass filter is basically letting in the high frequencies, also known as a
rumble filter.
Yeah, a rumble filter or a low cut. Yeah, a low cut filter. So on the Katana, just don't do as much as you would think you ought to do. So even 80 hertz is way more than 80 hertz would be on a sort of standard analog EQ filter. Just start to take off, go between 60 and 80 and see what you think. It will start to get rid of some of the muddier bottom end.
Yeah.
Shep says, thanks, guys. Cheers, Shep. Rick says, twang banger in my Strat rocks. Your fault, Paul. Oh, nice one, Rick. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I haven't really put down that Strat since I've done it. Lee says, Hollywood, thanks for asking. Band name is Galahad. The new album is Last Great Adventurer. All guitars done with positive grid bias and plugin. Nice one. There we go.
Hang on, I'm just putting that into Apple Music because
there we go.
Have a listen later. There we go. Lovely.
Nice.
Okay. Boom.
Lee says Studio Rats Day sounds ace. I'm in. There we go.
Are we talking a weekend, folks, or are we talking a weekday? Just weekend or weekday. I don't mind, but I want to make, if we're going to do it, I want it to be something people are able to do. Personally, I'd rather do a weekday because it means I would. But
I think you just got to put a date up. I think you've got to put a date up and then see how many people.
Yep.
How many people are in.
All right, let's do it.
Jeff says Australia is through to the next round too. We command as much respect in soccer as Afghanistan does in cricket. Nice one. Hollywood actress, thanks, Lee. What about Jet versus Cort G300 neck on Jet as good or not? There we go. People are quite into this.
Yeah. Hang on, sorry.
Bizarrely, Cort neck is slightly drier, almost more matte finish feel, which is really nice. A bit chunkier too. Oh, I like that, which is nice too. Not that the Jet is thin, both great. There we go. Smith 981. Lol, blokes. What's the story behind Paul's secret pedal board? No. So there's a pedal on it at the moment that is a prototype that I'm doing some. What's the word? Just prototype. So
you're reviewing it, doing some
feedback. Yeah, giving the company.
You're beta testing.
Beta testing. Thank you. Some feedback. So I can't show it yet because it's a secret at the moment. BL44, that's a catchy name. Lee. Hi guys, go England and America. Yeah, nice one. Nice one, Aaron. Hope you're doing well. Lol. Brent says it's like a Warlock and a Flying V together. Yes, it is a bit like that, isn't it?
It's like if a Warlock crashed into a Flying V.
That should always go in the bin. Well, that should be burned. Lee says those Ibanez models are just AZs. Just had a load lying around, I guess. So sort out a signature artist. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yes. They they're little AZs with things. I guess they're just, they're building on their polyfiller popularity at the moment. I mean, there's no denying those two are great guitar players.
I'd never heard any of it, and then you sent me that link, and I went,
"It's amazing." I don't like it. It's really technically amazing.
But there was a time when I could listen to Technically Amazing and appreciate it for its technical amazingness. Now I'm just like, oh, for crying out loud!
Yeah,
go and play a tune.
Yeah, I feel like that, and I don't want people to think that's jealousy or anything, because they are fantastic guitar players. They are. It just doesn't.
It doesn't move me emotionally.
Yeah, it doesn't tickle my plums.
I don't want
to. John says, "Evening all. Sorry for the late arrival. Busy day. If I downloaded the Katana patches and put them into my Boss tone app thingy, can I then delete the patches from my downloads folder? Disk space is tight."
Yes.
Oh, mate, those patches are so tiny, but yes, you can.
They're microscopically tiny.
They're tiny. You're not gonna bother your downloads folder. But yes, don't worry about it. Delete them. Any problems, give us a shout. Lee says, exactly, James. A few times I've had negative comments on other gigs or album reviews. I just reply, I'll come and see your band next week then.
Exactly. Yeah. And say I'm old enough and cynical enough now to know that there's a great phrase. There's a great phrase that I will quote Russ Hughes as saying, "Fires fail through lack of fuel."
Yes, that is good. That's a good phrase. Yes. Thomas Barron, James, I love your new background image.
Not the background. That's the studio, baby. It's real. It does exist. Look, there's no green.
So much better. Look at that.
There's no green screen. Look, it's real.
You know what you need to get? You need to get that Comfort 4x12 they did. That looked lovely on that.
Yeah. I think I want to say there was a 2x12 going when. Was it 4? That was a Comfort 4x12 going. One of the auction ones had the 4x12 with it, but I missed that for some stupid reason.
Yeah, nice though. The 2x12s are good actually, and they're quite reasonable. You can pick them up. I had a 2x12. It's such a shame. I had a 2x12 Comfort cab.
Yeah, but Paul, you've had a lot of kit. I mean, I know I've had a lot of kit, but you've had a lot of kit.
You know, I bought that. I bought that cab for £100 for a 2x12 Comfort cab. It was nice as well. I just don't need any more. Yeah, I've got too much gear. Depending where I'm moving to, depending on studio size, there might be more gear coming or getting rid of some gear.
Are you looking for somewhere that's got somewhere that you can either convert into a studio, or do you want to move out and move in straight away and just have a studio?
Either, to be honest. The house is more important than the studio at the moment. Right. So if there's an extra bedroom, it'd be fine. I put the studio in there at the moment.
Yeah.
And yes.
Or an extra living room.
Yeah, no. There's a couple of houses I'm looking at that have massive studios. And there's some houses I'm looking at that haven't got that, but they've got the extra bedroom at the moment. Right. So we'll see. Yeah. Cool. See what happens. Ron Quest Main says, I passed up making so many videos because I feel like you have everything perfect. Oh, sorry. I passed up making so many videos because I feel like you have to have everything perfect or the D's will cry. So I pretty much don't share. It stinks. Thank you guys for your work. It isn't easy. Oh, cheers, Ron Quest. Yeah. I mean, you've got to do a video. You've got to do a video that you want to make and that you enjoy, and then hopefully other people will do it. Don't do the videos trying to think that this is for the masses. Even though I've definitely fallen into that trap.
And yet, and it's funny, the videos that we've made, that I've made, that I've thought this is going to do nothing, are the ones that fly, and the ones you think this is great die on their ass. I've got sometimes I don't know how the internet works. I've never been able to work it out. I've never been able to suss people out. People say, oh, there's an algorithm or whatever. BS there is. I know there is, but I can never fucking work it out. Oh, excuse me, I just dropped them. Yeah, bomb.
Oh. Lee says, Rats Day, weekday, please. Have gigs at weekends, but that's just me. I think you just do a Friday a few months in advance.
Well, I was thinking do it on a Wednesday and then do the live stream in the evening and as part of the day.
What's that? Say again? Sorry.
I was thinking do a Wednesday and then do the live stream in the evening as part of the day.
Oh, well, so people are there. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That sounds nice.
That could be fun. Maybe bring the live stream forward a couple of hours. That could be fun.
Lee's not a polyfiller fan.
Yeah, I agree, mate. It's not for me.
Nick Blind Lemon, warning, positive comment incoming. Studio Rats roll. Loving the content. Sorry, I'm a serial YT YouTube guitar channel watcher, and this is far becoming my fave channel. Cheers. That's really nice of you. Thanks, mate. Hold on, go back to it. I want to see what guitar is playing on the Starship. Nice, got a Strat there going on.
Yeah,
in the background.
There's a Les Paul in the background.
What's the amp? I liking that.
I'm going to say, some kind of tweedy thing.
Fendery doofler.
Yes.
Nice. Pet says, I definitely won't be coming to any experience day if it involves ticklage of plum. No worry, mate.
You know how Pink Floyd did an album called A Nice Pair, and the album was a naked lady with some fruit.
All right, no.
I think a ticklage of plums could be would just be a great help.
It's like the Fleetwood Mac or the
Yes.
the topic of the day, as it were.
Yeah.
On Rumours, you've got Mick Fleetwood with his that they're percussion balls, aren't they, or something?
Yes. Yeah.
And they look like they're hanging down like a pair of plums.
A ticklage of plums, though, would be a great album title.
Lee says, Paul, you come down to Hampshire then in the upcoming move? Yes, we're looking at New Forest area.
Nice
down there, so not far from you, Lee, at all. Thomas says some Cornford 2x12s were equipped with 7080s. They didn't sound as tight as the ones with V30s. I got rid of mine, actually. The one I had V30s in it, I think.
Lovely.
Yeah. Nice one, Thomas. Mendel says, I might have a flight case white Cornford 4x12 available if it's going to a good home.
That could be interesting.
White one. Oh, that would be nice.
That'd be very interesting.
That would look awesome.
Mendel, you know how to find me. Hit me up.
Nice. Peter says, last night of sale, which is it? API channel, Capital Chambers, or Ocean Way? Help.
Oh, Capital Chambers.
Capital Chambers.
No, to be honest, all three. Sorry, there's nothing between them.
I wasn't a massive fan with the Ocean Way stuff.
Oh, I love Ocean Way on drums because you can basically you can get a room mic tone without having a room mic.
Right.
However, I do now have a room mic.
Hey, oh, it's up there. Nice.
Yeah.
That'll pick up all that hard drives and that USB noise and.
No, it won't.
Won't it?
No.
Nice.
It's actually really quiet in here. Really, really quiet in here.
Nice.
It's great. That's it. We're done.
There you
go. I enjoyed tonight very much. I always enjoy our Wednesday night gatherings, but I really enjoyed tonight. Thank you very much to everybody who joined us. Thank you to Lee and to Matt for coming on. It's been a blast, as always. We're back next week with more of the same. I shall probably be slightly more cynical about cheerleading because it'll be 3 weekends on the bounce for me because we're in sunny Colchester this weekend, which is fortunately only half an hour that way.
Oh, nice. You should go down to isn't Colchester? Isn't that near Peach?
Yes,
I think that's Colchester way, isn't it?
They are that way. Yes.
That way. Have you ever been to Peach?
Not for a very long time.
I don't think I've ever been to.
We should do. I'll hit them up and see if they want to do a Rats Day.
Well, they've got their own YouTube channel.
Yeah, but if they're not stupid, they'll realise that any publicity is good.
Yeah.
That's not saying they're not stupid, but who knows? Yeah, we'll be back next week. Same rat time, same rat channel. Oh, see what I did there?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Until next week, take care, everyone. Have a good one, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.